Welcome to Happily Married Mondays with the Jolleys. I'm Dr. Willie Jolly, and this is
I'm Dee.
the beautiful and glamorous and vivacious Dee Taylor-Jolley. We are the authors of the book. Oh, book is kind of in the background. Make love
And make money, make it last.
and make it last. 10 secrets to shape a great marriage. We are the Jollies. Been married for 35 years. 35 years. Haven't had an argument in over 33 years. Now that does not mean we don't agree, we always agree on everything, because we definitely do not always agree. And yet we're able to do so.
But we disagree with respect because we do respect each other.
And love each other,
Yes.
and care for each other.
Yes.
And are best friends. And we put as one of the single most important ingredients to having a great marriage is friends first. And so we want to welcome you, and we want you to do a couple things for us, please, as we get started tonight. First thing we want you to do is start a watch party. Right where you are, start a watch party. Wherever you are, start a watch party. Number two, I want you to like it and share it. Like it and share it with everybody you know. And then I want you to subscribe to our channels. Subscribe to our different social media so you'll get alerts when we're back on. We got a very intriguing show tonight that we want to talk about.
A different perspective.
A different perspective.
The topic tonight is, have you lost that love and feeling?
You've lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone.
He really acts like this all the time.
Whoa, boom, 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 boom.
He really does act like this all the time.
So,
Topic is, have you lost that love and feeling? Keeping the passion alive can be a problem for folks who've been married for a while. What do you think about that?
it's true. You know, we have had some people we've counseled who have lost that love and feeling in their relationship, in their marriage, and they stopped having sex. And we want to talk about that. In fact, in the book, we talk about the fact about chapter number 8, sex, headaches, and other lies.
So you jump from lost that love and feeling to having sex. Well, there's some things in between that. From
there?
Yes, there's some things in between.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. All right. Go ahead.
Passion, compassion,
and passion.
and passion.
Okay.
Okay, developing intimacy, being close,
Mm.
that moves into
Mm.
having sex if you've done the other things appropriately.
Obviously, I did something good over the weekend.
Willie,
Praise the Lord.
the topic is actually research based.
Okay, here we go.
It's actually research based. So scientists have researched just why couples feel that the spark is gone in their romance, in their relationship. And they actually interviewed 1,078 couples. And this was a study that was just finished a couple of weeks ago. And it was done through the University of Nicosia in Cyprus. How about that? Is that Greece?
Cyprus is Greece.
Okay. And here's some, and then it was published in an academic journal, and it was published about 10 days ago in an academic journal entitled...
What's the name? Somebody asked, what's the book?
The journal is Revolutionary Psychology. It's an academic journal.
And for the book, if you're asking about this book, is Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. I'm not sure what book you meant.
Okay. The article that we're referring to with this information is called Revolutionary Psychology. Okay? And the professor who led the study was a man by last name is Apostolou, Apostolou.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now here's what he found out after interviewing over 1,000 people.
Yes.
says, what is it? How do you know when your relationship is fading? Do you know what the number one reason was?
What was
when
it?
they asked people? They had a list of 78 things. I can't imagine a list of 78 things. They had a list of actually 78 things. And high number one on the list, a third of all of the people, be it people who were young married, ages 35 to 40, versus those who have been who are older in marriage, the number one thing was fading enthusiasm for each other. Is that interesting?
Yep.
Fading enthusiasm.
Yep.
Now, what does that mean? Fading enthusiasm. So it means not being excited about being around each other.
But we don't have that issue, do we?
No, dear.
I'm excited about her. I tell her.
Anticipating even seeing each other.
When she gets home from her walk, I am excited. I'm like a little lap dog.
Sometimes you're not here.
She's coming home. Okay.
Sometimes you're not even here.
I know. Sometimes I'm out on my bicycle.
Okay. And here's something else.
Yeah.
So fading enthusiasm. You're really not excited about being around your mate. Okay. And then secondly, the second lack of is lack of personal time and space. I don't really want to be around my spouse, and I want my separate space. I don't want to be close to them.
Now, I guess there's merit there, but we don't experience that because friends first. And that we really do like being around each other. And even though we work in the same house, we're in two different spaces. And often I'll get up and walk over to her part of the office and just give her a hug, just say, hey, and I go back in my office and get back to work. So I enjoy talking to her. Now, there are times when she will have a lot to say about some topic, usually her dose of D topic, something financial, that she wants to share with me. And
you don't really want to listen.
Not at that moment. I got a ball game, or I'm focused on something else. So
my goal is to make sure that you're not in the dark, that you
Yes.
understand what's going on.
You do that.
And
well.
the terminology and the like, and what's going on with the finances. You go through it, but I have a different depth of detail.
Well, she's much more detail oriented, as well as I'm the macro, she's the micro. I'm the big picture, she's the detail. So that's how our brains work differently. So that's a. Let me read while you brought that up about before we go any further. There are a couple of things. In chapter number 8, Sex, Headaches, and Other Lies, we talk about the impact of sex. Longtime friends of ours, Tim and Rhonda Smith, shared with us over the years they were always curious when their friends informed them that they were getting divorced. So they asked them a set of questions to find out why. Tim and Rhonda often asked how their sex lives were during their marriage. They said in every instance, the couple said that they had stopped having sex within the year before their divorce. While it's certainly an unscientific poll, it might suggest that the sexual aspect of their relationship disappeared well before the marriage ended. We therefore believe that the lack of intimacy, being pleasant, talking sweetly to each other, cuddling, holding hands, and valuing each other's opinions probably played a major role in the demise of their sex life, which then had an impact on their overall married lives. That speaks right. We dealt with this in a book, and that would look. If y'all don't have the book, you're missing out on an opportunity to improve your relationship. These are principles that we found not just from our lives, but the people we interviewed who have been married 50, 60, and even 70 years. So we really want you to.
So the principles really don't change,
No,
even though I'm collecting information from other sources.
All right, what was the next thing?
So lack of personal time and space is that people would make comments like, I feel my partner is oppressing me.
Wow. That's somebody who really don't. Somebody oppressing me. That means somebody you really don't want to be around, or you ain't digging, or you're not feeling because they're pushing you down, or they're overbearing. Now that could be You know, nagging, the Bible says that a nagging wife is like a dripping faucet. Yeah. Go ahead.
Or constantly reporting on where I am and what I do.
That's a security issue. Now, my wife occasionally asks where I'm going or what I'm doing, but
you know what? I took it from the perspective of, I thought back on when we were newly
traveling.
married. No, I'm talking about me, and we were newly married.
Oh yeah,
and
that was me.
And that was, and you would say, I would go whatever I was doing. I had to think to myself, why is he asking where I'm going and what I'm doing, right?
Yep.
And I had to realize, because you care. Oh, I've been separated so long that I didn't think about that somebody else cared where I was and what I was doing. So I had to rethink, recalibrate to say, oh, he's asking because he cares. So it's kind of like, okay, this is where I'm going. I'll be gone for a couple of hours. So that you get hit by a bus or something, somebody would know where you were. Absolutely. Or that somebody actually cared.
And right? So, yeah, and I would ask where you going, are you okay with it? Because I'm concerned. Now, I'm not concerned about, you know, snooping. I'm not, right. That's not that kind of thing. It's just where you going, what you doing, you okay?
Because let me know. Care.
Because I care. Speaking of caring, last night, many of you noticed there was a big event. It was the Gladys night versus Patti LaBelle on IG. And I mean, it was a big deal. Everybody from Oprah to Michelle Obama to Missy Elliott to Mariah Carey were all tuning in. Well, we did something special on my website today. Wanted to show this to you. We just sent it out on LinkedIn.
Tell them what it is.
It's a picture of me and Gladys and Dionne. Dionne Warwick showed up last night as a special guest. And this is a picture of me, Gladys, and Dionne, and then me and Gladys at Gladys's, I think it was her 60th birthday.
I don't think it was 10 years ago because we were at the 70th.
The 75th was last year. This was probably the 65th.
Yes.
This was probably the 65th or 70th. But anyway, we were with Gladys, and we put that up to just say we were so proud of them last night, dear friends, and we're very grateful for what it was. It was wonderful, wonderful. And you can go on my Facebook page and actually see me and Gladys doing a duet together on stage. So do that. Okay.
Okay.
A couple things. Another thing I want to bring up that is in the section, chapter 9, about
you've lost this loving feeling when you work long hours and don't ever seem to want to come home.
Oh, always date your mate. Okay, always date your mate. Why relationships change? What typically changes in a marriage is that the couple forgot what brought them to the altar in the first place. Usually it was because of all the other things that happened along the way after the altar. Kids, bills, sickness, careers, which you just said, and so forth.
Long hours at work.
So I wanted to bring that, and so forth.
Which means you're prioritizing the work before your spouse. Now, sometimes you can't help that.
That's true. That's true.
So, how do you make accommodations for the fact that you've got long hours?
That's got the answer here.
Okay.
All right. As a result, they stopped dating. You got to have a date night, folks. We say it over and over again.
So you have to prioritizing time together. You have to put it on the schedule.
You got to put it in your phone. You got to make it a priority. We put it on our phone Thursday night, every Thursday night. Now, we've been doing this for 30 plus years, every Thursday night having a date night. That's when the kids were there. They were sucking up. Kids will suck up all your air. They will suck up all your energy, suck up all your time. But we told the kids, this is mommy and daddy's date night.
Especially when everybody's in the household with COVID and can't go anywhere. You got to homeschool. You got to work.
That's right.
Maybe one person's in the kitchen. One person who's already working from home has the office. You've got 2 or 3 kids with different schedules. It's a mess.
That's right. That's
right.
So
just like you schedule your Zoom meetings, you have to schedule time to stay in touch with each other.
That's right. So you got to make that date your mate critically important. We manage, even now the kids are gone. Kids are grown and gone. We talk to them every day, but that's it. We only in the house together, but still on Thursday night we have our date night. We together all day, every day, all night, every night. We together all the time. So Here's what we do. Thursday night is our date night, and we find something intentional. That's the word.
To do together.
It's intentional. Because other time we might be together, but it just happened because we're the only two people in the house. But we're intentional. We'll do something together. She might say, you want to go for a ride? And we'll go.
He likes driving his car, and I like being driven around. So.
I like driving my little car. It's fun. It's electric. It's fun. Sometimes it drives itself. Anyway,
I don't look at that.
And she'll say, let's go for a ride. And we'll go for a ride. But sometimes we just ride down to 14th Street in Washington, D.C. and see all the construction and the things that are changing.
The different people, the sights.
The sights and seeing, and we'll walk right down and little things, but we make it intentional. Moses asked, COVID-19 or date night? That's right. Look, COVID-19 can disrupt your life. It has disrupted everybody's life, but you can still have some familiarity, some regularity with making our date night is Thursday night from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. It's our time that we focus on us. We talk about each other's goals and dreams and what we're doing. She'll talk. We'll just talk. We'll just ride and talk it.
Or this is what I'm thinking about.
Yes.
What am I planning next? Or what are we thinking about doing?
Yes. All right. So, manage a weekly date night. We've said that. It's also the power of holding hands. So you're working hard. You got many things going on. But when you're together, hold hands. Hold hands is something powerful about holding hands. You're not just holding hands, you're holding hearts. There's something powerful about holding hands. And it will help your relationship.
So when you hold hands, you're really holding the person's heart. You're getting close to them.
Right.
Okay. And the number 4 reason that interferes with relationships is bad sex. How about that? Isn't that interesting?
There's some folks we've been talking to who have had marriages that have fallen apart.
Well, this one, and it says bad sex.
It says bad sex, which meant that it wasn't satisfying. We've had some people
and
who've
that's
had to have conversations.
According to the research, it's more of a complaint among the women than
There's
the
more
men.
women than men. That's right. There's more women who complain about that.
Sexual incompatibility with the partner or disagreements over how often
That's another.
they should.
Somebody has a high libido. They trying to get hooked up often. And somebody else is like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I got a headache.
They never have a headache.
Look, that's why we named that chapter, Sex, Headaches, and Other Lies.
So you have to communicate to work it out.
Yes.
Right?
And if you have some performance issues, then gentlemen, you know I've showed you over and over again, go to your natural food store, health food store. Get some ashwagandha, eleuthero, and some horny goat weed that comes in a pill, and Damiana, D-A-M-I-A-N-A, Damiana. And get those and put them in a glass of orange juice or water. Superman!
But your overall health is very important.
A part of it is your overall health.
It's just not taking the vitamins and the herbs.
Not taking anything you have to, because you adjust.
High blood pressure interferes.
Yep. That's right. So you got to watch
your health. So if
you're
overweight and you have a tendency to have high blood pressure.
So you got to work on your overall health.
And that goes for the male as well as for the female.
Yeah. So those are important things to talk about. But then it's talk about it. Okay.
It's the communication.
It is communication.
Which is probably the most difficult.
It is difficult because it's hard for a woman to tell a man he's not, because every man think he's Big Daddy, King Kong. Come on now, you know it's true. Every man I talk to, man, you can't. It's hard to tell a brother. You're not bringing it home.
The relationship must be close enough that you can figure. You have to be able to work through it.
And then you gentlemen don't be.
And it's how you say it.
That's it. It's how you say it.
What needs to be said.
So we've had a couple where she said, what did she say?
No, let's not go there. No,
Lord.
I don't want
And the marriage broke up for one line. She had one line.
Well, it was.
That was the one line. That's where everything, the ship sunk on. Is that all you got? Lord have mercy. Don't ever say that to a brother.
Some other signs that you're going in the wrong direction. You don't cuddle at night. So when you get into bed, you cuddle.
I cuddle with you. We play footsies.
We play footsies.
We play footsies.
Yeah.
We do play footsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you stop saying I love you all.
All right.
Or
Boop, 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 boop. Say it. Chapter number 10. No, number 9. Say it. Tell your spouse you love them every day.
Because you're reminding yourself as well as them.
When you say I love you, you strengthen your connections and keep the fires burning. Some days you will not feel like saying it, but say it anyway. It is like medicine for your spirit, mind, and heart. Treat it like bathing. Do it daily. Your words have power for either good or bad, so speak good into your life and marriage. Husbands, talk about how you love your wife. And wives, talk about how you love your husband. Speak it even when you're not quite feeling it, and keep speaking it. Scripture says that faith cometh by hearing. The more you hear something, the more your faith in that item grows.
The more you'll believe it.
The more you
and you can take it to the bank with
anything.
anything.
That's right.
Even in terms of this environment.
That's right.
If you say something long enough and loud enough, there are going to be people who believe it, even if it's not the truth. Men and women need to hear you say I love you. The more you say it, the better your wife will feel, and the more you hear it coming from your own lips, the more your love for her will be reinforced. Your love for her will be reinforced. Faith cometh by hearing, even if you're the one saying it. So if you're not cuddling at night, like you need to play footsies or something, right?
Yep.
You should remember to say I love you more often, or just say it.
I love you.
Just be the first one to say it. Because sometimes it can be awkward to say I love you. You don't want to be the first one to say it.
I say it to you all the time.
Yeah. And then you stop doing things together. Yeah. Have you stopped doing things together?
Well, if you stop doing things together, then you're not going to be as connected. So we do stuff together. We sit on the front porch sometimes and sit on a little rocking chair.
And watch all the traffic goes by. It's amazing how much traffic. We're on a main thoroughfare.
But maybe that's part of age. I don't know. Look at them cars.
We just got rocking chairs.
Yeah, we've been here 30 years.
And never had anything on the porch.
We didn't never sit on the porch, but we got nice rocking chairs with cushions and perfect time. Right? We didn't know COVID was coming, but we sit on the porch. I sit there some morning drinking my cup of coffee. She'll come out. We'll sit and talk.
That's because I'm coming in from a walk.
Yeah, she's coming in from a walk.
And be mindful of letting yourself go.
Yeah.
For some, they say that's an issue. Oh my God, I woke up one day and you just look completely different than what I remember. Well, I guess we all look different.
Well, we all grow older.
But what does letting yourself go mean? And it's different for different people.
And you also, I remember something Fred Price said, also you must not have real expectations. A woman who's had 2 children, 3 children, is not going to look the same as she did when she was 18. Right. It's not going to happen. So don't expect that. That's not a valid or realistic expectation. You be understanding. But I said to Dee one time, I said, I don't care how you come because I love you that much. Now, she did say to me one time, why didn't you tell me I would have gained a few pounds? I said, it didn't make me any difference. Okay, so look, we got, our time is up. We didn't get to dose of D.
Okay, dose of D.
Go ahead, dose
Quick.
of D.
Okay, health reminders. Your flu shot.
We've already had ours.
We've had our flu shot. Take vitamin E, vitamin C, and vitamin D.
Daily.
Okay? And the wealth focus, we're moving into the last quarter, and this is my business hat on. We're moving into the last quarter, so it's time to start to organize for year end and for tax purposes and just to see where you are. For example, review your Social Security. You can go online and do that. And if you have not set up your online portal, you need to do that. How many? I think you need 40 quarters. What does your Social Security look like? Review your 401k. How much money you have in your 401k, and have you done the match? If your company's putting in, you should match it. It's free money. Your Roth IRA. Does everybody have a Roth IRA? If you're working, you can contribute to a Roth IRA. That's your own retirement money that grows tax-free. You're putting it in with after-tax dollars, but all of that money is growing tax-free. Then you have what they call retail investment account. That's like Robinhood. Oh, I bought this stock. That's you. Oh, I bought Tesla. That's kind of like retail. That's not necessarily the money that's going to protect you in retirement, because that's up, down, up, down. But you need to review that. And then just you got to have savings. And for some people, they have annuities. So fall in love with, just start to listen to some of those podcasts like Susie Orman and
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Those
All
are
right,
two
so
voices.
and we want you to listen this week to my XM show. It airs tomorrow night at 6, and Thursday night. We got a new season just starting this week, and you can hear me every Saturday at 4, Tuesday at 6, and Thursday at 6, channel 141. My guest this week is super attorney Amy Griffin, who is the estate expert.
Talks about protecting
your
your legacy,
legacy, right.
your financial legacy, and being able to pass on your hard-earned efforts to the ones that you want to get it.
So
and that's a process, and you
very-
don't have to be wealthy to do that. Everybody needs to do that, or the state will take your affairs.
You must have a revocable trust, a living trust, and an irrevocable. So you can set up, or you can have an irrevocable, depending on how much you've got to leave and how you want to set it up. So that 100 years from now, your ancestors, your lineage can still be blessed by what you're doing. It's an incredible interview. And
now it's going to be coming to podcast because everybody doesn't have
yeah, it'll be in podcast starting later this week. So you can go to my Willie
all of those
Wealthy Ways
podcasts
podcast.
are free. Now I have the podcast app on my phone. It's amazing.
But
it's the best thing I have ever done. It's free.
Our time is up.
Jolly out.
Look, everybody go to jollymarriage.com, jollymarriage.com. Get 2 copies of the book if you're in a relationship. Get 2 copies of the book. Get the audio book, the seminar on DVD, CD, and the workbook. It's a whole package. Go get it. And if you know somebody who's really struggling, get a copy for them. Bless them. Because we want to save 1 million marriages.
Yeah, you
and
said
have 1 million
time is
more.
out.
I got to let them know about the book.
Jolly
that's
out.
That's what's going to help people grow. We got to go. All right, jolly out. Love y'all. God bless.
God bless you.